Afternoon, Pokesports. On to another VGC Battle Stadium Series 13 video. Bring you a KINGDRA team, but not just any KINGDRA team. We're running a dual weather KINGDRA team. Now, this team is from TrainerRedVGC on Twitter. We'll make sure to link their Twitter down below in the description. But this team originally caught my eye because I feel like I haven't played or played against a KINGDRA in actual months, probably even actual years. So I want to give it a shot, see what it can do. I know it gets like Gigantamax, max airstreams, is one of the fastest Pokemon in the metagame, etc., etc. But you know, I want to see how it holds up in Series 13, pretty much. And what's cool about this team is that you can kind of go both ways in terms of like, I mean, you probably wouldn't want to bring a KINGDRA to a Groudon match, but you could still bring Venusaur to an Ogre match because Venusaur still does benefit a little bit from the rain, which is kind of nice. And on top of that, you have things like Grimmsnarl to help your team get extra tanky. This is a Citrus Berry Groudon, so it's meant to like set Swords Dance and do a lot of damage, maybe even have a potential Dynamax, which, you know, makes sense because if we're bringing the Groudon, we're not bringing the KINGDRA, and if we're not bringing the KINGDRA, then why not Dynamax the Groudon, right? And then, of course, you know Ogre and you know Zacian. They're there to do damage and pretty much one-shot anything that's neutral for the most part. Anyway, that's the KINGDRA team. Let's go ahead and see what we can do in today's episode. If you guys are excited to see KINGDRA here on the channel, hit the like button down below and subscribe to Pokesports if you haven't done so already. With that said, let's get on to today's battles. Now, I might have a lot of questions for my opponent, but nevertheless, they do have 2 Mythics on their team, or 2 Restricteds on their team, rather. And 2 competitive normal Pokemon like Landorus and Rillaboom. I'm just seeing a Cutiefly and a Frostlass. Those are where my questions begin. But nevertheless, it's a pretty decent time for KINGDRA, if I do have to say so myself, right? The only thing I really have to worry about is like maybe a potential freeze dry from a Frostlass. Does that even get freeze dry? And Rillaboom's gonna be annoying for my Ogre, but we could always work a way around that. I'm thinking I'm going with KINGDRA and Grimm in the lead, bringing the Ogre and Zacian in the back. And the only real Pokemon we have to worry about for the most part is that Rillaboom. But I feel like Zacian should be able to take care of it as long as we get a little bit of chip damage off on that Rillaboom. On top of it all, we still do have the option of switching. We also will have screens up, hopefully, and see where it goes from there. I mean, I feel like I probably will switch this Grimmsnarl out depending on what they have. Are they a Frostlass? Okay, so this is clearly a weakness policy thing, right? Like an Ice Shard. Fine, I guess. I mean, makes sense. I can't get mad at them for things that make sense. I think what I'm gonna do is just kind of fire off a Max Geyser for now. Just break the... I mean, I could just Spirit Break it too, but I think Light Screen makes more sense. I'm gonna Max Geyser because that 1 gives me speed control anyway, and 2, it's my highest damage output. And I guess a Light Screen will help me live. And then it also forces me not to need to switch in the Ogre, which is a big thing. I don't have to hit the Frostlass, because once Frostlass hits Ice Shard, first off, there's nothing I can do to stop it, right? But, and once it does it, what does it do after? Doesn't really scare me too much. Now, I do have to double check that Frostlass doesn't get freeze dry, because that would be the one thing that can really screw me up. I don't believe it does, because I feel like if it did, I would have seen it a lot more. It's Ice Fang, Powder Snow, Icy Wind, Frostbath, Aurora Veil, and Blizzard. Yeah, it doesn't look like it gets freeze dry anywhere, which is amazing news. Also gets Icicle Crash on an Egg move. Yeah, no freeze dry, so that's good. So we should be okay. Algorithm, also known as Grimmsnarl, is going to go for the Light Screen. Hailstorm, they don't Ice Shard, which is interesting to me. They just go for the neutral Hailstorm. Okay. That's fine. I don't mind that. That's a waste of your Dynamax turn if I've ever seen one. Oh, they just go for Aurora Veil? Is that all? Is that it? I'm going to do the same thing, so I'm not too sad about that. It'll just take me an extra turn. Oh, is that... Okay, so... Whatever. Like, I don't know if I care about that. If they're not going to break weakness policy, I literally don't care about Lugia as a Pokemon. So I'm just going to keep hitting side mons now, because guess what? Through the Aurora Veil, I'm not going to be able to stop this Lugia at all. I will be going for the T-Wave on it, though. That's a fact. Since they didn't break weakness policy. Okay, now they're going to break weakness policy. Fair, I guess. All right, so I guess they wanted to make themselves tankier before they do that. Okay, this got a little bit annoying, but hopefully I can get some parrot hacks here. Hopefully. We'll see. Big airstream now. I think after 2 airstreams, that's crazy that that Frostlass takes that well. Wow. Either KINGDRA sucks or Aurora Veil is broken. I guess it's not stab. All right, they also go for their own airstream. It's not gonna knock me out though, which is good. If I airstream one more time, I think getting a Spirit Break off onto this Lugia. Kind of neutralize it a little bit. Just go for that second airstream. Actually, should I just go for the KO? Actually, nah, because Lugia's just gonna airstream again. I'm just gonna go for the KO on the Frostlass. It could debond me. That's the issue that I'm seeing. It's fine. I'll go for the KO on the Frostlass, and then I'll just go for the Spirit Break on the Lugia. Kind of try to neutralize its damage output a little bit more. Okay, he's gonna withdraw there. Heart Swap and Cutie Fly. So they brought both Frostlass and Cutie Fly to this matchup. Hey, nothing but respect to my opponent. That's wild. Okay, thankfully Cutie Fly doesn't take that in the slightest. Perfect. At least I can still do damage with water moves. I will probably lose my KINGDRA this turn. Yeah, I definitely will. They're going for Mindstorm. It's not onto the Grimmsnarl, but I should be able to like neutralize this a little bit. Thankfully they didn't airstream again, so they only have 1 airstream under their belt, so that means that they're not going to be faster than most of my Pokemon. They are faster than Grimm because Grimm is Grimm, but you know, Spirit Break should help a lot. Does not do a lot of damage. Lugia is going to be nearly impossible to KO. That much I know, and that much I fear. I'm going to go into Ogre now because Water Spouts are Water Spouts. Yeah, that should be fine. Unless they have like a Rillaboom here. No, it's back into Frostlass. I don't think they brought Rillaboom to this matchup. All right, they set up Mindstorm, which is a little bit annoying. Simply because now I can't go for T-Waves on their side of the field. But I should still be able to outspeed both of them. They could set a Reflect, but I think I'm just going to Spirit Break again. Yeah, I'm convinced Frostlass can't do anything to Ogre, really. Except maybe debond. And if it does debond, then good job. Okay, they just Icy Wind for speed control. I should still be faster. Because they only got 1+1. Ogre should... Oh no, Lugia is fast, right? Yeah, Lugia outspeeds now. That's a little scary. Psy Shock in second terrain. Oh, that's really bad. Oh, that did nothing. Why did that do nothing? Okay. Fine by me. Fine by me. Probably Light Screen saved me there. And we're now going to make them right back down to neutral. Enjoy that neutrality. Thank you. And they're only down to their final 2, which I'm assuming is Ogre. But I guess we will see. Which means that I just don't need to click Reflect for this whole game, which is nice. Oh no, they have the monkey. Interesting. So maybe I do need to click Reflect. I also got rid of the Psychic Terrain, which is kind of convenient. I'm gonna Protect. Can I let my Ogre go down here? I think I kind of can, but I'm gonna Protect anyway. Should I Protect and try to knock out the yeah, I guess I might as well try to get the Spirit Break going here. Onto that side of the field. See, I don't think I'm going to knock out Lugia, but I want to get it low enough to where I can next turn, if possible. They are just going to go for the Grassy Glide. They have no better play there, so it makes sense. Followed by an Aeroblast. It's only neutral. Yeah, it does absolutely no damage. I'm at the point where this Lugia is no longer a factor in this game. Yeah, that Lugia can die whenever I want it to. It's not going to be doing enough damage to me to make a difference. Okay, my rain's going to go away. I could swap out Ogre here, but I don't think I will. And there's a reason I won't, and it's because I want the Zacian to come. Because the Zacian can win the game on its own. I don't need the Ogre to win. So I'm just going to try to fire off a double. Or I guess I should just go for the Origin anyway. And I'm just going to fire off a T-Wave. Because this could give me a chance of them not attacking this turn, which would keep my Ogre alive. That's fine. Makes sense. By all means, go for it. Now, the T-Wave is still going to be nice for us. Just going to try to mitigate this Rillaboom as much as possible. Now, I'm wondering if they're choice banded because they didn't go for Fake Out turn 1. Another Aeroblast. We just eat these for breakfast. It's fine. Now we're getting Grassy Terrain recovery. Beautiful. All right. Now in comes Zacian to clean up the game. That's essentially what's going to happen now. Zacian's going to come in, have a sword in its mouth, go like, arf. And then everything dies. That's what I like to see. Yeah, I don't think I have to pay attention to this, this Lugia at all. I mean, I could, but I won't. Just B-Blade onto the Rilla. Followed by a... Actually, I could ignore the Rilla this turn, I think. I'm just going to B-Blade the Lugia spot. And set up Reflect. There's nothing that Rilla can do to one-shot Zacian, I don't think. Especially not behind Reflect. Grimmsnarl is going to put in some serious work right about now. It's ridiculous. Grimmsnarl is single-handedly winning me this game, by the way. It's like, if I didn't have Grimmsnarl here, I don't think I'd be able to win. Because, you know, these light screens, reflects, and all of this is really helping out. High horsepower? Okay. Does hurt a lot, but not enough. Thankfully, not enough. Now, unless it's the world's tankiest Rillaboom, also we just confirmed they're not choice banded. But as long as this isn't the world's tankiest Rillaboom, we should be okay. Just going for a Behemoth Blade. Going for a Spirit Break. And hopefully ending the game on this turn. We'll see. Battle was canceled. Yep. Makes a lot of sense. Hey, interesting strategy. Very interesting strategy. I don't know if Cutie Fly was the call, but I'm sure that maybe Cutie Fly does something that I just don't know, right? GG's nevertheless. It's a very questionable day on the Battle Stadium ladder, and here we have a Tangela. Now, Tangela can be very good. Now, Tangela is actually a little bit scary because it is very tanky, even tankier than Tangra. It does have access to things like Sleep Powder, does have access to things like Rage Powder. That paired next to Dusclops is also very terrifying. Interesting. Plus, Zamazentodon is not fun to play against. It actually might be pretty rough. Ogre goes kind of dumb here, though. Like, really dumb. Dumb in a good way. Like, I'm almost inclined to, like, lead Ogre. I have Muddy Water here, too. I need, like, double spread moves, I think. I also have Venusaur, which can ignore the Rage Powder, actually. What if I just do Venusaur plus Dawn for now? And then in the back, I run Ogre and... I guess, yeah, why not? I can run them both. Just bring them both. Because I feel like in the beginning of the game, when I'm trying to stop the Trick Room, it's going to be very necessary to bring Venusaur. And at the end of the game, when I'm trying to, like, burn things down, after I stop the Trick Room with super fast Pokemon, it's going to be very necessary to do the opposite. To speed things up, you know? All right. Let's see if they lead with Incineroar. If they lead with Incineroar, they're smarter than me. Perfect. Awesome. That's really good. This is very good. All we have to do is put this Necrozma to sleep and we're okay. So that means we kind of have to rely on Sleep Powder to connect. Wish me luck. I think this is a pretty fair turn to just go for a Sleep Powder. We're putting all of the eggs in the Sleep Powder basket today. And like we could really like speed this game up by going for Swords Dance here. Like, I'm not too afraid of either Pokemon that they have on the field right now, especially if I can get a Sleep Powder here on the Necrozma. Yeah, I think I'm Swords Dancing. I almost never click setup moves in VGC. Perfect. Nice waste of your time. I almost never click setup moves. Yes. So this just turned out to be the best turn of my life. All I gotta do now is Dynamax my Don and like just double into this Necrozma. Which means I'm not gonna be Dynamaxing my KINGDRA, which I don't think is that serious. I think just a straight up Leaf Storm plus a Dynamax Max Quake into Necrozma is all that I really need here. I don't have to attack the Zamazenta yet. It's literally not a threat to me, I don't think. But now I have a very, very strong Dawn that essentially just got a weakness policy for free. And I can just prosper from that. And this is why Wide Guard isn't that great in Dynamax formats, because I can just like not use Precipice Blades by Dynamaxing. Now they actually swap there and go into the Incin. Okay, they're just trying to mitigate my damage output. Respect to them, that makes sense. Right? But I'm still a +1 Groudon. So I should still be doing a lot of damage. So still not a lot of concern on my side. Could also just go for the Max Rockfall onto that Incin the next turn, just in case it's a Shuckle Berry. I don't think I have Calyrex on this team, so that would be the better option, I think. But I think my primary goal has to be to stop the Trick Room at all costs, which is why I'm doubling into the Necrozma right now. I don't want to have to deal with it. All right. Great damage. Honestly, a lot more damage than I thought I was going to do. So super cool. Followed by the big old Max Quake. Please be enough. At +1. Yes. Necrozma's not a threat anymore. Beautiful. Now, if they I don't think that they brought the Dusclops here. Seems very low damage if they brought Dusclops, right? Because Zamazenta already doesn't hurt that bad. So I feel like they have to have a Groudon somewhere in the back. And would you look at that? There it is. I could put that to sleep, too. The Incin's going to go for the Fake Out, right? So I'm actually going to Hard Swap into my KINGDRA, kind of using it as a little bit of a fodder, but it'll be okay. I'm still going to go for the Max Quake into the Incin spot just because it could switch out. Battle Scant. The writing was on the wall. I get it. I get it, right? I had a +1 Groudon. They lost their Trick Room setter. They had no way to outspeed my side of the field, and I had a Kyogre waiting for them in the back. So there was no way. GG's nevertheless. Cali Shadow, Indeeder Whim. Okay. A little bit spooky. Specifically because of that Whimsicott. I'm gonna have to play around this Trick Room a little bit. But I do have 2 things that have 2 times speedy move things. So that's good. Speedy ability things. Do I go with the Ogre or do I go with the Dawn? The Dawn would be great into the Regieleki. And also a little bit better into the Cali Shadow, I think. Or simultaneously, I kind of struggle against things like Lando. I think I should go Algorithm, the Grimmsnarl, plus the KINGDRA, just to kind of get my footing into where I should be in this battle. Bring the Ogre in the back, bring the Zacian in the back. We'll roll with those. I'm definitely going to need my Grimm for the majority of this battle, and it's good that they don't have Zacian, at least on their side of the field, so they're actually going to have a pretty difficult time dealing with our Grimmsnarl. And the majority of their team is also special attackers, which is another good reason to bring Grimmsnarl, right? We just set Light Screen and kind of be okay. Like, we don't really have to set Reflect unless it's, like, mandatory, but, you know, the Landorus is the only physical attacker, quote-unquote, on that team that we know for sure. Like, it can kind of go either way, so we don't know that one specifically, but most of the time it is a special attacker. It's because people love to lead within stuff. Now, of course, another potential lead for my opponent is, like, a Regieleki plus Calyrex Shadow lead, which I still think KINGDRA can deal with, maybe. We'll see. Okay, it's gonna be Whimsicott, Cali Shadow. Hey, that's interesting. I think what I have to do... There's no point of me going for Airstream, I don't think. Because a Geyser will make me +2. I'm just gonna set Light Screen here. Could also Dynamax, go for a Hailstorm. I could also not Dynamax and see what the Whim is gonna do first. Because this could be like an E-button Whim. Actually, this smells like an E-button Whim. Yeah, let me light screen and protect for now. I kind of like that idea. Just with the, you know, we can't make any assumptions about this Whimsicott, and it's smelling like Aniba and Whim simply because Callie wants to carry a Sash, Whim wants to carry a Sash, Aleki wants to carry a Sash, so where's the Sash? You know, it becomes that issue. There's 3 Pokemon on this hyper offensive team that all want to carry a Sash. So if I'm trying to play it slowly, I have to find out where that Sash is and what other items those Pokemon have that don't have Sash. All right, here's just a straight up Tailwind. Makes sense. I'm gonna set up my light screen. And we could also find out here if it's Specs. If it does way too much damage to my Grimmsnarl, it's probably Specs. Let's see. That might be Specs. Oh, come on. Now I don't know. All right, that kind of sucks. I'm gonna go for a T-Wave. Man, if I get wrecked here, that's gonna be a little bit sad. I just don't want to get blown away right away by like a Dynamax this early, but hey, if it happens, it happens, right? Okay, maybe then I should... No, then it wouldn't matter. I have to T-Wave something. I'm gonna T-Wave the one that does damage. And then I'm going to go for the Max Geyser on the Cali Shadow. I think that's okay. Dynamaxing this early is always a little scary. The thing is, I can always T-Wave the Whim and then guarantee outspeed the following turn. And I will guarantee outspeed the Cali Shadow the following turn as well, which is nice. I just don't know if I want to waste a Dynamax turn on Cali Shadow, but if I have to, I have to, right? Could always go for the Max Hailstorm. Then if they're both down to like a potential Sash, we should be fine. And of course, we missed the T-Wave. That kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Thankfully, no crit this time. That's definitely smelling like it's a Sash on the Cali, though. Followed by the E-Ball isn't going to be enough to knock out my algorithm, but I'm still going to hang on and get the special D drop, unfortunately. Geyser now will make it so that I don't outspeed them unless I get a T-Wave off, because they're currently at +2. Issue is I have to decide which is more important to T-Wave. I am pretty sure it's that one. And then followed by that, I will just go for the Airstream into the Cali S spot. If I can knock out Cali S, I feel like this is a very successful Dynamax turn. It's one of their scariest restricteds on their team. I still have no idea what this Whimsicott set is. They have E-Ball and they have Tailwind. So, I mean, any Whimsicott set can carry E-Ball and Tailwind. I haven't seen Switcheroo yet, so there's no reason for me to assume it has it. And I feel like they would have clicked it by now. All right, I connect with this T-Wave. That's nice. Thank you. Should now be outspeeding this Calyrex. Beautiful. And now I outspeed the Whimsicott next turn, which is amazing. No E-Button again, which is also good news. They might knock out my Grimm here. I don't really see a reason to not just attack my Grimmsnarl. I feel like my Grimmsnarl is a lot bigger issue than they're giving it credit to be, you know? Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, they have to knock out my Grimm. And since they did that, I now have a lot of opportunities here. Right? Because now I can go into my Zacian and be extra scary. I don't have to bring in my Ogre. It's actually not a good idea to bring in Ogre. And the reason for that is I'm in the middle of my rain turns. I might as well bring in Ogre when my rain is over. Does that make sense? The Aleki is a little terrifying. I could make a wild prediction. I predict them to go for my Kingdra spot, but I actually predict them to go for my Zacian spot. I'm gonna protect, and I'm gonna go Airstream the Whim. I don't think they go for my Kingdra spot. They don't Dynamax either. Okay, so it's very interesting to see where their thought process is. They're not Dynamaxing any Pokemon right now. They have Charm on Whim. Okay, maybe that's why. Followed by Wild Charge. I eat that up. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so they are physical, and they did just break a potential Sash if they had one. So that means a Sash has to be on the Whim, right? Yeah, there it is. Okay. Good to know, good to know. I am now faster than a Tailwind at Aleki, right? Because I'm a Kingdra in Tailwind now, technically, with the +2. And their Tailwind just petered. Oh, but my Dynamax just ended. I'm still in rain though. They're not going to charm my Zacian, which is nice. So that means I can go for a Sacred Sword into the Lucky, followed by just a straight up Muddy Water here. Because they have to set it up Tailwind again. They have E-Speed. Oh, that, well, yeah, then you will outspeed there. Then you absolutely will outspeed there. They do set up Tailwind, but I think I take their Lucky with me. Nice. Now they do have Charm on Whim, which is a little sad. But hey, that's just life. I'm wondering what their last is. I'm assuming it's Ogre. Do they have Ogre? Tree Master. Lando. Ooh, I think we're okay. There is nothing Lando can really do to Ogre, right? I just Ice Beam it. Or I guess Rain moves would be more, but I think my Rain's about to run out because I had a very unfortunate turn here with my Rain turns. Oh no, I still have Rain. Okay, so technically Rain is still my highest damage output. I'm going to protect here with Zacian for obvious reasons. Should I though? Because I feel like they just double into... I'm going to Behemoth here. Oh, I don't even have Ice Beam. Ooh, then I really have to make sure I make use of my Rain turns. I have Rain for one more turn and Light Screen up. Ugh. They have to make a choice here. I'm just going to Ult Pulse though, because I am not feeling confident with this battle. Landorus could still win this simply because they still have Dynamax left. They haven't used it the whole game. They were very smart in preserving their Dynamax. That's the one thing I will give to my opponent, right? And the E-Speed on the Alecki did catch me off guard. I feel like if that E-Speed wasn't there, I would have gotten the double KO, knocking out the Whimsicott, and then I wouldn't have to deal with it this turn. But now I'm even having to deal with it this turn because Whimsicott can also just attack my Ogre with an Energy Ball if it wants to do that. Airstream into my, oh my goodness, Life Orb. Definitely Life Orb. I regret not setting up Reflect. And now it looks like the Whim didn't even go for what did Whim go for? Yeah, just straight up Energy Ball. That's a slow Whimsicott. It's a very slow Whimsicott. I think I lose. I'm pretty sure I lose. My other thought process was to protect Ogre that turn, which would have helped a lot. Actually, I think I should have protected Ogre that turn. I had to make a decision. I didn't make a decision. I just double attacked. But if I made a decision there to what's my next option here? Do I even have an option anymore? I guess I could protect and could protect again. But then by that time I lose so much health already anyway. And EQ can't miss, so it defeats the purpose. Yeah, I lost. I could have had a chance that game if I protected Ogre. I'm going to give it to them. But yeah, even if I protected here with Zacian, I would need to protect 1 or 2 times. And that's not even possible at that point, right? Because I would have taken so much chip damage from the Max Quake that even an Earthquake will knock me out. So GG's, Ken. Defeated me. Okay. Series 12, but still very good team. Thundurus is a little spooky, but thankfully they don't have any like Tailwind or any super annoying forms of speed control for us to have to deal with. The Gastrodon sucks. It sucks a lot for us. We could just not care and bring Venusaur instead. Which I'm not super against. Like, what if we just do this, right? We just go Kingdra, Grim, Groudon, and Zacian. They'll never see that coming. They will be so confused if I do that. Which is exactly why I'm doing it. Am I going to need the Venusaur to deal with the Gastro? Probably not. It's not that serious. I think the Gastrodon, although it's scary for Ogre, it's not scary for other water types, right? Just because this Ogre specifically has a very centralized moveset, I don't have a way to hit that Gastro. So if I'm put in a situation where it's Gastro v Ogre, I just lose. Don't want that to happen. But I think I have a way around other kinds of teams and other kinds of leads. Alrighty. They go with the Rilla and Zacian turn 1. Interesting. I think I just protect. Right? I just click protect and click reflect. I don't think I have to overthink this, overcommit to this. So let's do just that. Because like taking a play rough right now would not be great. So I think we need to reflect up. I think we also need like a T-wave on that Zacian. I just don't want to take the damage this turn. We're going to keep this nice and basic, nice and simple. There's the protect. The Rilla's probably going to fake out. Oh, just Grassy Glide. Okay. Grassy Glide's my Grim, but I do set reflect up, which is nice. Did I just double my Grim spot here? Did I waste a turn? They totally just double my Grim spot here. That sucks. I wasted a turn. I thought they were just going to play rough my other guy. Well, I guess not. What do I do now? That's not what I expected at all. Well, now I guess I gotta go into my own Zacian. Good news is I can go for an Airstream. Get my Zacian behind a +1, then go for the Behemoth on their Zacian. Assuming I outspeed already. Like, as long as I can speed control my Zacian, I don't care. Right? I'm not gonna be dumb and like fire off a Max Geyser and just help their Gastro right away. So I think instead I'm just gonna be kind of basic, kind of slow. Kind of waste my Dynamax, honestly. Like I could have gotten like so much speed control in that last turn, and I just didn't. Because I thought they were just gonna play rough me and double into my Kingdra. Maybe I think that Kingdra is a lot bigger threat than people are expecting it to be. Maybe I should assume that the Grimmsnarl is always gonna be the target. I mean, that's a great epitome to have on literally the last battle I have with this team. So good job, Kevin. It took you 4 battles to realize that Grimmsnarl is a bigger threat than Kingdra. Oh well, it's fine. We're Dynamaxing. We're gonna try to get some speed control here. We're gonna try to make our Zacian the most broken Pokemon in all the land, and then hopefully our Groudon can finish the game off on its own in the back against the Kelly Shadow. The good news is once I get 1 Airstream boost here, I'm faster than Cali Shadow, which is all that I really need. I'm trying to get the 1 Airstream boost. Okay, they protect. That's fine. That means I don't accomplish much this turn. They just glide. Okay. But also my Zacian doesn't take damage, so I guess I can't complain about that. What this also means is I could just double Airstream into that spot and like guarantee that I am the fastest Pokemon in existence. Actually, I didn't think I was going to one-shot them, but I one-shot them. It's kind of convenient. Oh. I will take that. I will definitely take that after that turn 1. I will absolutely take that. Now, issue is I don't think I am faster than Cali Shadow. If they bring the Cali Shadow now, my Zacian will outspeed it. Ymir. Oh. That's not Cali Shadow. Do they not have Gastro? I guess that's the only reasonable thing, right? Well, if that's the case, I kind of just want to like double that Thundy down. Or I could even double this Zacian down now. I think if I Airstream plus Behemoth Blade into Zacian, that'll definitely knock it out. There's like no Zacian spread in the world that can help them there. Now they are going to Dynamax. They're going to try to fight my Airstreams, and I get that. But my goal is to knock out their Thundurus the following turn. Like, no matter what they have on the field, I have to knock out this Thundurus the following turn. The good news is I was able to set Reflect here, so I don't think Thundurus will be able to knock out any one of my Pokemon on the field right now. All right, Behemoth Blade's going to leave this Zacian at like 1 HP, right? Ooh. I thought, okay, that's a tankier Zacian then. I don't think my Airstream's going to knock it out anymore. Oh, come on, dude. Literal 1 HP. Literally, it's like not even... So much unnecessary damage that I'm taking here. If I just Geyser, dude. That's all I had to do was Geyser. That still does half health through Reflect, man. That's ridiculous. Followed by the Max Lightning into my Zacian too. I am tilted after that one. That is just sad. Man, what do I do now? Okay, it's a Groudon I go, I guess. I can go for a Hailstorm, followed by just a Rock Slide, I guess. It seems like a very underwhelming turn for me, though, if that's what I do. Maybe I don't go for Hailstorm. Actually, I should go for Hailstorm because it'll break the potential Sash on the Cali Shadow if they have a Cali Shadow in the back. So yeah, I'll just go for the Rock Slide. This is so dumb. I'm so upset that the Zacian lived at 1 HP, man. That's so upsetting. I could have just Geysered. Fine, Protect, I guess. Doesn't actually matter. Like I didn't even go for that spot technically. It's still gonna die through residual hail damage, so they actually screwed that one up. I got a second crit though. Hold on, I got a second crit. No, I didn't. That was just damage. Okay, good. It's a very, very not defensive Thunderous. Airstream, perfect. That did no damage to me. Now I wish I got I should be able to knock out Thunderous here, right? Come on. Rock Slide to Protect. I need to connect here. Beautiful. Woo! All right. Nice. Double KO for me this turn. I don't even... their Protect... They screwed that up. Their Protect was a wasted Protect, I think. Because after the Airstream boost... Well, they didn't Airstream last turn. What they should have done was Airstream last turn. But hey. I made mistakes this battle, too. Everyone's got to take a little bit of Hail Chip, unfortunately. Now, I just need their... Calyrex Shadow not to just double KO me here, and we should be in good shape. Lucky Luke. What is that? Yeah, it's Calyrex Shadow. Okay. It's gonna take hail damage, which is good news. Issue is we're also gonna take hail damage. I think we don't have another option here. Should we go for the stab? A very inaccurate stab move. No matter what, we're not KOing. So I guess Ice Beam is safest. Followed by just the P-Blades. Let's go. Let's see what happens. We outspeed. Okay, that's kind of nice. And some okay damage. Take some Life Orb. Here's an Astral. I think the Dawn can live this. You bet I can. 33 HP. Connect with this P-Blades, please. It's a very, very important P-Blades. Yes! Get out of here. We're going to take the dub somehow. Oh my goodness. That wasn't easy. That was not an easy game at all. Let's go ahead and get you guys that rental. And here you have the rental code for the KINGDRA team. What can I even say at this point? That was a crazy set of battles. Of course, we got 3 wins, 1 loss in this episode, but nevertheless, we still ended up the day positive, which is always nice. Very close battles. They came down to some dice rolls, man. They came down to some real dice rolls. The only complaint I think I have about this team is just like Whimsicott matchups are annoying. I don't know if maybe a fake out somewhere will save that, or a Tailwind setter ourselves, or maybe even like a Trick Room setter, or a way to just like undo the Tailwind would be really nice for us too. But nevertheless, and the team is super fun to play with, super fun to use Groudon, to use KINGDRA on the same team sometimes. I didn't think I'd ever get to do that, you know, in my lifetime. So overall, it's a solid team. If you guys want to play a solid team and you like playing with KINGDRA, grab that rental code while it's out. Thank you so much, TrainerRed, for making this rental code public. I do greatly appreciate it. Remember, I will link his stuff down below in the description, of course, next to the Pokepaste and the rental code. And yeah, if you guys are enjoying some Series 13 content, leave a like down below and a comment. Tell me that you are enjoying it. Anyway, I'm Kevin, this is Pokesports. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great night, and peace out. Bye-bye.